Welcome back to The Explainer. So let's just jump right in. Have you ever felt totally, utterly overwhelmed trying to find help in your community? It happens. Today, we're demystifying a literal lifeline known as 211. We're going to navigate this often confusing world of community support together, and I'll show you why this is a universal gateway that absolutely everyone needs to know about.
Seriously, where do you turn when life gets hard? It's a heavy question, right? Think about your first instinct when an unexpected crisis hits. Maybe the rent is suddenly just way out of reach, or a family member urgently needs mental health support, or you just don't know how the utility bill is getting paid this month. The sheer panic of not knowing where to start, that can be completely paralyzing.
As the saying goes, finding help should not feel like a maze, but too often it does. Families spend hours, literally sometimes days, just balancing between automated phone trees, outdated websites, and crowded waiting rooms. When you're just looking for basic support, hitting dead end after dead end is, well, it's beyond frustrating. It totally drains the exact energy you desperately need to actually solve the problem. Now, we all know 911. We're taught from, kindergarten, that 911 is for immediate life-or-death emergencies, right? Police, fire, medical crises. But 211, think of 211 as the social services equivalent of 911. It's the designated 3-digit number for literally everything else: housing, food, bills, mental health. It instantly categorizes the kind of help you need and puts it on a speed dial you can actually remember, a real game changer.
So let's nail down exactly what this is. 211 is a completely free, entirely confidential, 24/7 service connecting people with locally available help across the US and Canada. And the absolutely crucial point here is that 24/7 accessibility. Financial and personal crises don't just happen Monday through Friday between 9 and 5, do they? Whether it's 2 in the afternoon on a Tuesday or 3 a.m. on a Sunday, 211 is awake. And the confidentiality? That means you can reach out with dignity, knowing your privacy is strictly protected.
Section 1. A growing community need. Let's look at the sheer scale of this service.
Okay, take a second to absorb this number. 19 million. In 2025 alone, 211 contact centers across the U.S. received over 19 million requests for help. That is massive. If you ever feel like you're the only one struggling to make ends meet, let this number be a powerful reminder that you are absolutely not alone. Millions of your neighbors are reaching out too.
Let's break down that staggering volume. The top needs driving those millions of calls are just incredibly fundamental. Housing assistance tops the list with a massive 6 million referrals. To put that into perspective, that is a 150% increase over the last decade. Coming in second is utilities assistance at 3.1 million referrals, which practically doubled over the past 10 years. These numbers vividly show the heavy economic pressures everyday folks are facing just to keep a roof over their heads and the lights on.
But hey, here is the really reassuring news. This giant safety net covers almost everybody. 211 is available to approximately 99% of the U.S. population. We're talking all 50 states, D.C., and Puerto Rico. So for almost everyone watching this explainer right now, this robust service is active and ready to go in your specific local area.
And it's not just for housing and utilities, though those are for sure the most common. 211 can connect you with the whole shebang: food pantries, mental health counseling, job search services, healthcare questions, veteran support, even disaster recovery. Whether you're dealing with a sudden, one-time setback like a lost job or an ongoing health struggle, this is your starting point.
Section 2. How to connect. Moving on to how you actually reach out.
There are 4 incredibly easy ways to do this. First, the classic. Just dial 211 from any phone. But hey, maybe you're at work or you just don't feel like talking out loud. No problem at all. You can literally text your zip code to 898211. Or hop online and visit 211.org. You can even use web chat and email at many local centers. The point is, help is just a text, click, or call away. They meet you exactly where you are.
Oh, and we absolutely have to highlight this. Support is available in over 180 languages. 180! This makes sure language barriers never stand in the way of someone getting the food, shelter, or medical help they desperately need. It transforms 211 into a truly inclusive resource for literally everyone.
Section 3. What happens when you call? Let's demystify the actual process.
It is a super simple, calm, 3-step journey. First, your call is answered by a trained community resource specialist, so a real compassionate human being, not a robot. Second, they'll ask a few simple questions just to understand exactly what you need. And third, they match you with local programs and give you a curated list of agencies that can actually help. No complex navigation on your part. The specialist does all the heavy lifting.
And listen, this is the most important part. No judgment, no paperwork. I mean it. There are no bureaucratic hoops to jump through before you're allowed to speak to someone. You don't have to fill out 5 online forms just to get a phone number. It's just a real person who intimately knows your zip code's resources, ready to help, period.
Now, you might be wondering, who actually runs this whole thing? Well, 211 is supported by a huge network of local nonprofits, with United Way Worldwide acting as the largest supporter and convener. Local United Way organizations fund and operate most of these centers. So this isn't some fly-by-night operation. It's a highly legitimate, incredibly well-supported network of community partners working around the clock to keep local resource lists totally up to date for you.
And that brings us to the ultimate value here. One call, one text, one website, and a real path forward. It cuts right through that frustrating maze we talked about earlier. Instead of you making 20 calls and getting 20 full voicemails, you make one single contact. 211 is the central hub that instantly connects you to the spokes of your community's safety net.
So we're going to end on this highly actionable note. If you need help right now, call 211 or text your zip code to 898-211. It's free, it's private, and it's ready when you are. But I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on. Even if you don't need this service today, who in your life might? We all know someone quietly struggling with a utility bill, a health crisis, or housing stress. How can you be the one to share this 211 lifeline and help turn their maze into a clear, bright path forward? Something to think about. Share this knowledge, take care of each other, and thanks for joining me for this explainer. See you next time.
I hope this was helpful with this public service announcement from LargoHomeBuyers.